Hello, my name is Dr. P. Seduraman Shivakumar, Senior Scientist at the Central Tuber Crops Research Institute, Trivandrum. Today I will be dealing with the module on various projected aids. In this module, we will be dealing with various projected visual and audiovisual aids. At the end of this module, you will be able to describe various projected visual and audiovisual aids and develop expertise in using the projected visual and projected audiovisual aids in education and extension. The projected aids are those where an image is projected on the screen with or without sound for a small group of people. The projected aids are classified into projected visual aids and projected audiovisual aids. The projected visuals are the media formats in which the text and still images are enlarged using an equipment and displayed on an illuminated screen. The projected aid can be classified into two ways based on the movement of the image as well as the type of projection used. Using the movement of the visuals, the projected aids can be classified into projected still aids like a film strips, slides, opaque projected materials, overhead projection, etc. And the second one is projected moving, that is projected audiovisual aids like motion pictures and video films. Based on the types of projection, the audiovisual aids can be classified into the 1 slide and cine projection, 2 opaque projection, 3 transparent projection. The slide and cine projection involves projecting the slides and motion pictures on a screen which may or may not involve motion and sound. The projection of your real magnified images on a screen directly from picture and drawing on the papers are called opaque projections. The transparent projection involves projecting visuals from the transparent materials. Overhead projection is an example of a projection system. Now, let us look into various projected visual aids. The first part of the projected visual aids is slide and film strip projection. Slides are the small transparencies mounted on a sturdy frames which are optically enlarged and projected as a real image using a projection system. So, let us see how the slides are projected through some kind of projection system. The slides are projected through an equipment called slide projector, which are basically a optoelectronic device that are used for projecting the high resolution transparent photographic or glass slide on a rollback screen or a white wall. There are two popular forms of the slide projectors which are used. The one is slide cube projector, the other one is carousel slide projector. The slide cube projector was developed by Bell and Howell and was popular till 1980s. In this system, the cubes about 5.5 centimeter each dimension are used to hold 36 to 44 slides depending upon the mount thickness. Though these projectors were popular in the 1980s, they faded away due to serious setbacks, including its inability to have the backup for more than one slide, the fragility of the cubes and the unreliability of the system. The advancing plate had a strong tendency to jam, interrupting the slide shows and making the projector unsuitable for any projection work. The carousel slide projector is a very popular projector developed by Eastman Kodak Company in the 1965. In this projector, a separate circular horizontally mounted tray holds about 80 to 140 numbers of 35 mm slides which are placed upside down and backwards, so that the image presented with the correct orientation. The carousel projector is very easy to operate, handy and highly reliable for use in the rural areas. So, there are three different type of slides we can prepare from the slide for the slide projector of 70 mm, 35 mm and 6 mm. The photographic slides of 35 mm are usually used in extension and other educational activities. They are mounted on a individual cardboard frames and it is very popular in extension programs. The photographic slides are prepared from images which are captured from the still camera. The selected pictures are processed in the cellulose acetate film or they are copied into translucent papers and mounted on the frames. The other type of slides are glass slides which are popular aids which are used in the to project the commercial advertisements in the movie halls. So, let us see how the slide projection can effectively be used in teaching. In a slide projection based teaching system, the slides of a particular topic are sequentially arranged and projected on a screen before an audience of 20 to 30 people. Slide projection is not a standalone activity, it is often supplemented with other audiovisual aids or through the oral elaboration. The slide projection system was a popular teaching and training method since 1960s till the advent of the multimedia systems in the 1980s. The major advantages of slide projection in the educational and extension point of view is, the number one is it can attract the attention and arouse the interest of the audience through colorful photographic images and designs. The number two, it is compatible with the other audiovisual aids. Usually the slide projection is synchronized with the verbal lectures or audio recordings. Thirdly, it is perceived as a more credible media owing to its ability to project the objects that are captured in its real life. The fourth one is, it is possible to seek the learner response and modify the slides with ease. The fifth one is, it provides a lot of flexibility in the presentation. The number one is, it is portable, easy to transport and use, and it uses a non-linear approach for presenting a topic, where the teacher can stop and review the previous slides during the presentation. So, the teacher can modify or remove any slides during the presentation or after the presentation. Any specific slide can be projected for sufficient time and showed to the learners, so that they can understand the information clearly and accurately. The last and most important point is, like, it is slide projection is relatively inexpensive for a small group of presentation. Though slide projection has a lot of advantages, it has some disadvantages too. The number one disadvantage is, it has difficulties in preparation of the slides, like it needs a kind of expertise on the topic and instructional design for preparation of slides, which is more time consuming, sometimes costly also, especially for the photographic slides. And slide projection cannot be effectively used in a dim conditions or in light projection condition. It is suitable only for the dark surroundings. So, it is totally unsuitable for conducting programs at the field level. The second type of projected visual aid is film strips. A film strip is a spooled roll of films, where a small number of individual frames or pictures are sequentially arranged in an order. Film strips are usually prepared on a particular topic containing 30 to 60 photographs, diagrams or drawings or pictures in the films. So, films are made on cellulose acetate films and projected to a small audience of 20 to 30 people using a film strip projector. They are used mostly in the training programs. However, the film strip format is also used for storing information, and it is widely used documentation material in libraries. So, what are the primary advantages of this film strip projection is, it can provide a detailed information on a particular topic in a sequential manner. So, the projected pictures can be synchronized with talk. It is easy to handle and replace it with other film strips, and it is less expensive than the motion picture. It has few limitations of very high cost of production, and it needs very specialized skills for preparation and use. The third projected visual system is the overhead projection. In the overhead projection, a picture is projected over the head of the speaker on a rolling screen or a white wall, which is explained by the speaker. The instructional items like drawings, photographs, text material are written in the transparency sheets and which are projected during the training or teaching program. So, what is a projection system in the overhead projector? So, we are using the overhead projector for projecting the transparencies. In the OHP system, the transparencies are placed in the glass platform, and the light is passed through either from down or from up, and the light rays are converged by a lens, and it is projected on a screen. There are two types of overhead projector based on the type of projection involved. One is transmissive OHP. In the transmissive OHP, it has a box with a large stage on the top. The light comes from a powerful lamp inside the box and passes through the transparency, and it on the transparency size of 8 by 10 place, which is placed on the stage, and it goes to the lens and it is projected on the screen in the 90-degree direction. So, the other way is the reflective OHP. The projector has a light source above the stage and shines down to the transparency. The light is reflected by the mirror like surface beneath the transparency and which is projected through the lens system. So, though it works well in the dim settings, it cannot be used in field level because it is not lightweight and it is cumbersome to transport to the field conditions. And there are few tips, few guidelines for preparation of the OHP transparencies. One is the transparency is a plastic film, as we know, like it's from cellulose acetate with the return material usually on the horizontal format. The transparencies are usually made by 8 by 10 or 10 by 10 size based on the cellophane or polythene sheets. Printing on the transparencies is made through the photographic process or photostat or by printing through DeskJet or LaserJet printers. Normally, the magnification of the OHP is 5 times and the letter size for the OHP should be minimum of 1 to 1.5 centimeter height or either printed in more than 18 point size. The rule 2 by 6 is the nearest viewer should not be closer than a distance equaling 2 screen widths, farthest not more than 6 screen widths. So, let us see now how we can use the overhead projection in the educational setting. The overhead projection is suitable for a small group of people containing 20 to 30 members. The speaker can simultaneously talk while presenting the material. The speaker can also write on the transparencies and show important points during the discussion. The speaker can cover a portion of the transparency with a sheet of paper and progressively show the hidden material to arouse the interest and capture the attention of the learners. So, let us see what are the different advantages of using the OHP projection for the education settings. The number one advantage is its versatility. The overhead projection is relatively very easy to use with the limited basic skills. The bright and colorful images generated by the OHPs are clear enough to be projected with the daylight setting. The OHP transparencies are much cheaper than the slides and film strips and need very little skill for preparation. The second major advantage is the classroom control the projection gives to the teacher. The projector is operated from the front of the classroom with the teacher is facing his or her students and maintaining the eye contact. This provides a control to the teacher to manage the learning process and to have the interaction with the students. The teachers can show the images for a long time and enable the students to take notes or let them understand. The other flexibility is the compatibility of this projection with other materials. Besides the projection of text and still images printed on the transparencies, the OHPs can also project a portion of the small opaque objects, silhouettes and other materials. In addition to the teachers can make use of a commercially produced transparency packs which are readily available, which is coming along with the school textbooks. Though OHP has a lot of advantages, it has a few limitations like high cost of the projector and lot of efforts required for initial preparation by the teacher and little bit more expertise are the few limitations of the overhead projection for the educational systems. So, let us see what are the different guidelines we can follow for making good OHP materials for using in the education or extension. The number one is we have to present only one concept in each transparency. A complex transparency may be confusing or unreadable for the viewer. Then the second point is use of transparencies to present visual ideas through the use of diagrams, graphs and charts. It has a flexibility. So, we can include very minimum text with not more than 6 words per line and 6 or very fewer lines per transparency. So, avoid preparing transparency directly from a paragraph of a printed material. Select only key points or key concepts to summarize information, then we can elaborate them verbally. Use the keywords to help the students to remember each point. Use the letters at least of 1 centimeter to 1.5 centimeter high to ensure legibility. Avoid mixing horizontal and vertical transparencies in a presentation as it can be annoying to the students as well as the teacher. The other projection system that we may be knowing is an opaque projection system. The opaque projector or epidiascope is a projection device which displays the opaque material by shining a bright lamp onto the object. An integrated system of mirrors, prisms and imaging lenses are used to focus an image of the material on the viewing screen. In this system, the object may be a page of a book, a map, a chart, a leaf or a coin, which is placed on the platform, which is illuminated by a bright lamp. A reflector which concentrates the light of the material of the brighter bulbs and project is in the larger screen. The maximum size of the projectable material in opaque projector should be not more than 25 by 25 centimeter. So, what are the different advantages and limitations of using the opaque projector? The major advantage of the opaque projector is in its ability to project the opaque material in its natural form. Since the opaque objects they lose details when we convert them into 2D photographic images, the opaque projection provides a very effective way of examining them in the natural way. This system also helps to project the valuable antique pictures, antique drawings, antique coins without any handling issues and damage. The opaque projection also helps to project pages from a book, a portion of a printed photograph or a part of the plant without removing it from the source. Another advantage is that small objects like coins, small flowers are magnified, so they can be viewed by the larger group. The opaque projection presents a material which capture attention and stimulate interest among the audience. But the major disadvantage of this opaque projection is it is very cumbersome, costly and the quality of image is very low. The projected audiovisual aids are a display materials with the moving images and sound which is projected against a white wall and also synchronized with audio. There are two prominent types of projected audiovisual aids are used exclusively are called motion pictures, video films and also television. So, the motion picture is a projected image of a positive print of a sound film taken by a movie camera which displays the synchronized movement of picture with sound. A film, we may be knowing motion picture, a film consists of a series of still picture taken at a constant speed on a rolling film which is projected on a screen in rapid succession to produce an optical illusion of a moving scene. So, let us see how the motion picture is produced. The motion pictures involve two separate but interrelated functions like production of film and projection of film. Production of motion picture is a creative process handled by a team of experts who are specialized in functions like script writing, music, cinematography, editing, sound mixing and direction and many more. It is a very expensive process which demand a very high initial investment. So, let us see how we can use these motion pictures in education or extension. The motion pictures are very effective tools for education or extension. Combining video with audio, they can create and sustain interest among the learners. They are suitable for showing a sequence of events and aids in procedural learning. So, motion pictures also help us to develop the imaginative power of the learner, especially the children. So, the education system at the present level has a very limited production capacity, but it uses a variety of motion pictures in the instructional process. The motion pictures are distributed in the form of a CD or DVD which are available at a cheaper cost. The motion pictures are documentaries on social issues, poverty, food security and motion pictures of how to do type movies on academic subjects, and the software can be projected in the classroom using direct or LCD projectors. The teacher can engage the students throughout the film by pausing at specific places and explaining in detail or asking questions from the students. So, let us see what are the major advantages of these motion pictures. It attracts the audience and it arouses interest. It presents the facts in a very realistic way. They can create very powerful emotions among the learners. So, they have ability to show the things which are inaccessible in real life or large enough to be studied in detail. It is a very good medium to stimulate, motivate the students as well as change their attitudes. So, what are the limitations? As we told earlier, the production and the projection of motion pictures are very expensive. The maintenance of the projection equipments and the maintenance of the CDs DVDs containing films is also a difficult task. And again, it demands a great deal of preparation on the part of teacher to use them in the classrooms. The second major part of projected audiovisual aid is video. Video is an electronic audiovisual system for preparing videotapes of the programs and events, which could be projected through a receiving system to show the moving images synchronized with sound. The video is captured through a video camera in natural or studio settings and stored in CD or DVD. The extension professionals and teachers can obtain the CD or DVD of the educational video films for use in the classrooms or in the field. Production of video films is less expensive than motion pictures. It is easy for the academic and extension institution to create a small video studio at their premises at a lesser cost. The amateur videographers can effectively be used to capture demonstrations, events, farmers meetings, specific technologies, operations, then success stories of the farmers who adopted the technologies, and we can transmit them to the interested people for wider use. So, let us see what are the advantages of video films. As in case of the motion pictures, video films to arouse interest among the learners, motivating them and reinforce the learning. So, production of video films is less expensive and affordable. It can be viewed in groups or may be uploaded in the website for wider viewing by the interested people at their convenience. So, it has a lot of flexibility in using the video for the educational purposes. So, video can be paused at any time to provide verbal elaboration. Part of the video or audio can be replaced at a cheaper cost, may be supplemented with other audiovisual aids to explain the concepts or show in a realistic way of performing or getting a technology. So, it can also show things or aspects in a more realistic way, which improves the credibility of the presentations. So, despite all advantages, video films have few limitations too. So, it needs a very high initial investment for creating the infrastructure for producing video films, and need an expertise to produce and use the video films in the classrooms, and there are difficulties in maintaining, storing the CDs and DVDs in ambient conditions. So, we are coming to the third major part of the projected audio visual aids is the computer presentations, multimedia. The computer presentations are made by integrating audio, visuals and text to present a comprehensive view of the topic. They are usually prepared by using MS PowerPoint or Corel presentations. It can directly produces and the image on the screen synchronized with audio supplemented with oral lecture. So, they are very popular means of communicating with the people both at the academic settings and the extension level, because of the advantages of where the instructor faces the class while presenting the information, so that he can control the class proceedings, and handouts can be made directly from the slides without any additional efforts, and it is permanent and reusable several times without compromising the quality, and animation and movement are possible. So, it can create a real life situation of the things which we can't observe, and it is easy to make it and very inexpensive. So, what are the major disadvantages of using the computers based presentations? It may require a dark room, and equipments may not be readily available, especially for the field presentations, and the knowledge and the skills are required to produce a perform, especially for creating multimedia based training presentations. It needs a specialized skill for both for creation and as well as for the use. Now, we are at the end of the module on the projected visual and audiovisual aids. I hope that now you learned about various aspects related to the projected visual and audiovisual aids, so that you have a competency to reproduce those things in your teaching or extension situations. Thank you.